Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Welcome to Girls Run These Worlds, and thank you for returning to this limited series and the finale of this Monster Arc series, the Arcane Core, When Death Calls. I am going to be your keeper this evening, Sade or Ambrose. I use she, they pronouns. And with that, I'm going to introduce our lovely cast. Red, who are you? Who are you playing?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Mischievous Red. My pronouns are she, her. I am playing Megan Frost, the Crooked, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Jazz.
What up? I'm Jazz. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Mo, who is the professional. She uses she, her pronouns.
Iris.
Hello, my name is Iris Wyndham. I also use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Cordelia, who uses she, her pronouns.
All right. And Vin.
Hi guys, I'm Vin, he, they. I'll be playing the spooky Millie who uses they, them pronouns.
Awesome. Also, just a reminder to everyone watching, this will be a series that focuses on elements of death, loss, and grieving. This session will potentially have some elements of body horror, depending, but it won't be anything that's over the top. Please take care of yourselves if these elements or how they may be portrayed make you uncomfy. You can always catch this on VOD, on YouTube later. Don't even trip. We appreciate any time that you can provide for us. And with that, let's do some recap, shall we? So last week on the Arcane Core When Death Calls, upon Rose Riddle's arrival at the gravesite, Cell S12 follows her to the grave of Creighton's resident that had passed away 2 years ago, Jack Olson. Upon further and clever inspection by a certain Cordelia, was able to find that Jack's body is not in the casket. Not only that, but he was never there to begin with, even though the process of burial had happened. The cell finds out that Willow, Rose's partner, worked for the funeral director, well, also known as the widower, also is the widower to Jack, Ben Giles Olson, and that Ben had taken a sudden turn in personality and behavior in the last few months. Not only that, but the cell decides to confront Rose, who admits that she knows more than she's letting on. Being cornered, she admits that she's a fae, and that the leader of the court, the mysterious L, has once been Ben's patron. Recently, he had renounced her and has potentially found another patron, perhaps? With the promise of giving them some more information, Rose leads the cell and Detective Lucas to the coroner's office, where you all find out that it's actually a fae safe haven for Jesse, Aster, Willow, and Rose. You all discover they are all a part of L's court, that Willow is a death fae known as a Dullahan, that Willow was potentially lured by Ben to quickly gather necrotic energy, and is potentially doing this in an attempt to resurrect his dead husband, Jack. You also find out that Ben was probably targeted because of the amount of spiritual energy. He was probably targeting people. I apologize for that. Probably targeting people that had high spiritual energy of a benevolent nature. And that's why Willow was targeted, so that she could potentially gather that for him on a regular basis. Elle calls Megan to demand why her dagger was being used and why it was not given to her sooner. But Megan was able to convince Elle to not only keep the dagger for a little bit while in order to use it against Willow, but that made a promise to return it once Willow was returned to Rose safely. Rose reveals that she is the Banshee, and that she also is housing Ezra from the prying eyes of Willow and is keeping him safe. Had offered to have y'all say hi to him as a response, but you all decided to keep him safe, and that Rose would also keep him safe on your behalf. You also decide to go to, after all this happens, you decide to go to Madison's horticulture and floral business to get the magical weakness for Fae, which is St. John's wort. But you find out, probably because you kept on touching a certain bush that you probably shouldn't have, that there might be more to this Madison in general. You decide to leave Detective Lucas, Madison, and Keisha at the hunter's cabin. And if something were to go wrong, that they should call in either the Fae or call in the Arcane Core if they do not return in a certain amount of time. You all decide to go to the funeral home on that one. And you make a plan, several plans that kept on kind of shifting to find out what you were going to do, how you were going to split up. And it turned out that Megan and Cordelia decided to go in and talk with Ben and Millie, as well as, I'm sorry, my brain. Millie, as well as Mo, decide to wait and lure out the Dullahan. And you do that. Millie is able to successfully lure out the Dullahan on that one. But you also realize upon luring the Dullahan out that, oh, right, there's actually more to Dullahan. They usually have a horse that goes with them. And lo and behold, you have two opponents to fight. Meg and Cordelia. Cordelia ends up like, you all end up talking to Ben, and Cordelia decides to tackle from behind Ben, which immediately starts a fight there too. So you all split up, you're all getting ready to get into fights there. And that's the recap. Is there anything I'm missing on that one? All right, good. All right, with that, let's get into it. So, Mo and Millie. Willow, draped in cloaks, ready to go, is approaching you, as well as from another direction, that horse made of smoke and shadow, roiling and moving with glowing eyes, is also coming, not quite flanking you, but like you're starting to feel a little cornered. You're kind of in the center of it if you're in like the parking lot of this, the funeral home. Could y'all roll just your 2d6s to find out what initiative order you go into?
I got an 8.
You got an 8.
I got a 7.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so Willow's gonna go first. Then it's going to be Mo. Then it's going to be Millie, and then it's going to be the horse. So it's nicely cushioned on that one at the very least. So let me see. What is Willow going to do? All right. So upon Willow coming out and like steadying their feet essentially and marching over to you, Mo, because you have been shaken by the last thing that had happened, fear had been induced, and you saw some things that you really didn't want to see. They're going to do whatever they did last time again. So I would like you to roll your cool again.
10.
Okay, so you're fine. You feel fine. You're still a little shaken up by what you saw before. There is, unfortunately now, like that gray patch that just started to like, it's starting to bleed now further down. It's not as like worrying, but like it's something that probably Millie can definitely see happening as Willow starts marching towards you and is forming that scythe. And that's the move for now. So, Mo, what are you doing in turn?
I am going to just kind of, how far away is Willow from me?
Closing in at about 5 feet, I would say.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I gotta get away. I'll take out my pistol, and as I'm backing up, definitely backing up, I'll say, focus on the horse to Millie, and I'll
Okay.
fire.
Okay. Your gun has iron bullets in it, correct?
Yes, it does.
Cool. So let me see. That does roll kick some ass for me on that one.
Wow. 10.
10. Okay, cool. So you get an extra effect. You gain advantage, take +1 forward, or you give that +1 to Millie. You inflict terrible harm. You suffer less harm, or you force them where you want them. What would you like to do?
I would like to force them where I want them, and I just want them to back up.
Okay, well that definitely works because it's iron bullets. So what ends up happening is, where are you aiming?
I'll aim
chest or shoulder, leg?
Let's do leg.
Okay, so aim for the leg. Willow immediately dips. So immediately, like, it feels like their leg just like caved in on them a little bit. So they like now take a knee at that one, and their body like language states that they're kind of like, oh, I didn't expect that. Oh my god, right, kind of thing. So, how much damage does that do?
That does pistol. Let me look.
No, take it down.
2 harm.
All right.
Close low.
Because you are using iron, it doesn't do extra damage, but it does bypass the shadow armor. So they'll just take the 2 damage.
Gotcha.
So they do that. They're like, what? Like, they seem startled. They look back up at you. You just see those blazing green eyes behind that hood, and they're going to take that scythe and swipe at you. And you are going to take 2 damage, but they recover 2 damage in response.
That's annoying.
Yes, but I will say that you have put them in that spot, and they are taking a moment, so they're stuck there for a little bit.
Can I do something crazy?
By all means, I love it.
I would just like to scramble onto the roof of the SUV.
Okay.
And just get set up there.
Okay, so I would say that the SUV is a little far. You both were like camping on it, right? Or like you were.
I was
like,
on like I was like on the not on the hood, but I was kind of
like
set up
leaning
on the
against
hood.
the hood.
Yeah, leaning against the hood.
So yeah, you could do that for sure. I would say that Willow has about, like, I would say that they got to 5 feet away from you before you shot them in the leg. So now they're kind of planted a little bit and caught off guard because it hurt more than it should have, is the best way to put it. But yeah, so you take so yeah, there's that. All right, Millie, anything else you wanted to do? Mo? Nope. Okay, Millie, go. What would you like to do next? This is your turn.
I would like to use my shotgun, please.
Oh
just
yes, you
just
can
gun this
totally-
shit first.
Oh yeah. So you're aiming for who? Are you aiming for Willow or are you aiming for the horse?
Let's take care of the horse.
Yeah. Yes, please do. All right. So aiming for the horse. The horse neighs at you. It's a very resounding, reverberating feeling in your head. And it's charging for you because you've like clearly brandished your shotgun. Roll kicks and ass for me.
Cool. Oh boy. Big money, no whammies. I would use a luck point, please.
Yeah, don't totally do that. Yeah.
Just something needs to land first. All right. So I would like to inflict terrible harm.
Okay.
So,
It has iron, right? Is there anything else you wanted to like state, like besides the inflict terrible harm?
Oh, that's it.
All right, cool. So plus iron like bypasses any armor, but you're fine. So like it's just going to do an extra damage on that one. And how much does it do? Is it 3? 3. Okay, so you hit this thing. Where are you aiming? Or did you want me to like take over where it's going for?
You can go for it.
All right, so as it's like charging at you, it's like just straight on right there. You aim for its head. So you do that. It seems like the shadows burst a little bit, so it doesn't actually show actual skeletal anything. But it just looks like the shadows like peel away very much like a banana, or like it looks weird that it did that damage, and it reels at that. But in doing so, those shadows that it's made up of, they're going to swipe at you, and you're going to take 1 damage on that one. Now, if I remember correctly, you already have 3 harm. So you are now unstable. You have 4 harm. So I would say, because this is spiritual wise. Like it's not quite like physical. No, I'll say it's physical on this one, but it hit the hand that Bush had latched onto before, like had swiped you on, and it feels like it looks small. There's like a coating of shadow on it, but it looks like it's bleeding into you a little bit, like it attached onto you. And you're not sure what that is, but you don't feel great. Is the best way to put it. You can keep going, but it might continue periodically getting worse at that one. So keep an eye on that. Anything else you wanted to do, Lily?
Nope, that's it.
Very cool. And with that, the horse is going to take their turn. They try to put their head back together as like the shadows and the smoke peeled away. Those two green orbs are kind of dangling a little bit. It doesn't look like it was a horse even to begin with. And it's starting to try to form back, but it just seems to be roiling. And while it's doing that, it is going to extend its own shadow to you, and it's going to latch on to your ankles. I would like you to roll a general cool for me.
That's a 7.
Okay. So since it's mixed, you get out of it, but it kind of took you by surprise. It's kind of like walking backwards in sand is the best way to put it, to try to get out of this shadow here. So your next turn, you're going to take a -1 on your next roll.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately. All right, cool. We did that one round there. I'm going to go into inside of the funeral home, and then we'll get back to y'all. So Ben straightens his tie, does his magic, gets ready to, he's going to actually attack you first, just because it like ramped up at the end where he was going to unleash magic. So purple energy is written in the air, and it's going to push at y'all, as if it's like making these words, these sigils that he's making is making like a gate, like a threaded words, and it looks like a net, and it looks like it's going towards you as if trying to pass through you. I'm going to need all of you, both of you, to roll keep your cool.
You say keep cool?
Yep.
Oh, that's a 3.
Mark experience.
It's a 7.
Okay, so Megan, you were too close, so you were like kind of like getting ready to start some stuff with this guy, but he went like full swinging after being grabbed by Cordelia. Cordelia, because you were behind him, you don't get the brunt of it, but you understand what was going to happen. So it passes through you, Megan. You get a very weird chill, and since you got a 3, unfortunately, for a split second, you are underwater. Water fills your lungs, but you can actually talk and breathe just fine. And you're looking around. You don't know how you got here because you were in a funeral home in the hallway last time you checked, next to like one of the like watch rooms. And you're looking around, and there are other people down here with you. There's a lot of people here, and it looks like the surface is so far, far away. And then you're right back into the funeral home, and you're shaken. You're going to take -1 ongoing for the scene.
The rest of the scene, you said?
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah. All right. Now, roll initiative order.
That's a 10.
Awesome. Okay.
8.
Cool. Let's hope that this dude. Okay. So it's going to be Cordelia, then Ben, then Megan.
Yep.
I was hoping that like if he would be a 3. But okay. So Cordelia, what you doing?
What can we see of the outside from here? Anything, or are we just unawares?
You are not near a window facing where they are, unfortunately. So if you want to, you can like go further into the funeral home and go to like a room, one of the rooms where like you observe a body. There might be a window in there, but you have to go a little further in.
Gotcha. Then in that case, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna kick some ass.
Okay, go kick some ass. Let's go.
That's another 7.
Okay, so it's just traded damage then. So how are you attacking them? What are you attacking them with? Just magic energy?
Yeah, I'm just gonna swipe out at his arm where we saw the whatever that bind was.
Okay. So you know that there's something on his hand that like on his, let's say right hand, that you know for a fact is connected to Willow. You swipe at it. He will take 1 damage on that. He like cries out at that. Are you invisible or are you like visible?
I was invisible when I came in, but then I attacked him. I don't know how that affects.
You would have to actively drop it if you want to. You can still attack him while you're visible. So he's confused as to like what happened. So he turns around. He's like, what the fuck? Like this isn't like mental magic of any sort. So he's gonna like wildly throw purple flames in your direction, purplish black flames, and you are going to take 2 damage on that one because you are directly in the sign of light of his just wild magic throwing.
Is that -1 from immortal or?
Yeah, just -1. I keep on forgetting about your immortal status. But yes, so you only take 1 damage on that one. So he is going to like look between the air behind him and then turn back to Megan. He's like, the fuck is this?
Wouldn't you like to know, shithead?
He is going to, that was great. He is going to growl at that. It's like, oh, okay, I see how it is. He's gonna throw those flames in your direction. And if you want to dodge it, you can roll keep it cool.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to dodge it. Oh, well, I messed up my rolls. Okay, here we go. Keep cool. That is a 9.
Okay, so it's mixed success. So you don't take the damage, but you feel just like the singe of it. No, wait, for keep your cool, hold on 1 second. I keep on saying keep your cool too. Not being under pressure. So worst outcome, hard choice, or a price to pay on that one. So you miss it. But you either drop your dagger or take the damage anyway.
I'll drop the dagger.
Okay. So you dodge out of the way, roll out of the way, probably into the opening of one of the rooms, one of the washrooms. And he sees the dagger fall. And he's just like, the fuck is this? Who are y'all?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Assholes.
Your worst nightmare.
The fuck? Okay, he like whirls around. He's like, there's a ghost in here, isn't there?
Wait, shit.
What gave it away?
Who's to say? You know. All right. So I'll give. I'll give 1 more round for this, and then we're gonna go outside again. So Cordelia, go again.
I mean, seeing that dagger just clatter to the ground, I think I'm just gonna ghost on over and then swing at him with it.
Okay. Roll kick some ass.
Somehow another 7.
Oh my god. I mean, 777, let's go is how I feel right now, but like that's just luck there. So it's traded. So you go at him with the dagger. it doesn't change or anything like that because there's nothing really to fight on that. No, actually it will change on that one. You're not sure what happens to the dagger exactly, but it does. It feels like very much like a chameleon skin, like it's like scales like flipping over. It's a metal. It looks like it transitions from a metal, then it goes into like a resin of some sort with different flowers in it, is the best way to put it. So you don't know what this is. Like you've never seen this before. Like this is not a normal dagger situation. And you're going to aim at his side on that one. He's going to cry out immediately. He's going to take, how much did I say that dagger does? 3?
That is 2 harm, and it's
2 harm.
magic.
All right, so it does magic damage as well. And it is also going to do a +1 damage on him. And his eyes are black, and that leaking smoke is going to like start oozing out more, as well as coming out of his side as well. So yeah, but he grabs onto your hand, your arm, because your arm is attached to it, and he's like fucking ghost in response, and then like he's going to set your arm ablaze as well. You're going to take 2 damage, but 1 because mortality. And you probably either you are going to actually roll to keep your cool for what you do next. 7?
7.
Oh my god. All right. With a 7, worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. So you either can you'll either be able to pull the dagger out of his side, like with you, but at the cost of an additional harm, or you leave it there and you're fine.
I'll take the harm. I'll take the harm.
So you're leaving the dagger in his side then.
I thought it was I take the dagger out and I take the harm.
No, like you take the dagger. Wait, sorry, my bad. I did that wrong. My bad. It's totally my bad. Either you take extra damage, but you're able to take the dagger, or you don't take the damage, but you leave the dagger.
Yeah, no, I will take the damage and the dagger. I will.
Okay, so all right, cool. I'm sorry. But yeah, so it would just be like a straight 2 versus like just 1. So like it's as if like it didn't matter. All right, cool. So then he's gonna glare at the open space. He's gonna take the turn to use magic to try to reveal you on that one. So let's see if it works. Hold on. Because he just got stabbed in the side. Oh yeah, he did. He was able to do it just fine. So like that was a crit on his end. So he one-handed grabbing his side, also like quickly doing sigils in purple, and then like pushes it, and it like passes through you, and you become visible like you normally do when you choose to turn it off. And he's just like, who are you? Why are you? Oh my god. And why are you attacking me?
Do I need to say it again?
I don't care what you fucking have to say. Like whirls on you. And he's just like, are you one of the ghosts that I missed or something like that? Like I don't understand. Where did you come from? Oh right, fucking hunters. Hunters can bring in whatever fucking entourage they want. And he's just like going off, and he's going to like try to get distance from y'all while you're doing this. Walking further down the hallway, backing up. Megan, you can do like something now. It's your turn.
Yeah. So he's still in range of a shotgun.
Yes.
I want to take my shotgun and fire at him, trying to like aim predominantly at his wrist. But I will also take like a chest stomach shot too.
Okay, so roll kick some ass.
Oh, that is a 12.
Awesome. Yay. We love to see it. All right. So you have a choice here.
We get to do advanced, right? Is that what we decided?
No, not advanced.
Okay.
We are
Just
Oh,
10
like you can
plus.
take advantage, take 1+4, or give it to Cordelia. You can inflict
Okay.
terrible harm,
Yeah.
suffer less harm, or force them where you want them.
I want to. I'll force him where I want him because I want to be able to grab whatever he's using to control Willow.
All right, where do you want to force them?
Instead of like backing up, like probably like against a wall, so he has like nowhere to go.
Okay, so he's trying to. I would say that he's trying to back further down the hallway, and there's like
Yeah.
another room, like a washroom that he's probably aiming for.
Mhm.
So you're able to aim for his wrist. It's 3 damage for your shotgun, if I remember
Yep.
correctly. So you get all of his arm, the right arm, that you're aiming for, and you hear so you shred his suit, like he has like a suit on, like his blazer, like you're able to shoot all of that off, and then you hear like a loud clatter, not a loud clatter, it's a clatter of something that falls to the floor. It sounds like a pin of some sort, and you look and you probably see like a very random glow, like a golden glow, and you get the feeling that like, oh, that's a cufflink, maybe. But you're not, like, unless you want to do magic, you can find out if it's exactly that thing it is, or if it's something else on his hand. But you do damage his hand very much, so all of his right side is starting to get fucked up. He got stabbed in the right hand side. His right hand's kind of messed up. Good for you. So yeah. I think that's it, and we're gonna go to outside. It is now the Doulahan's turn again. Mo, you're setting up, or I'll say that you set up on top of the car, right? Okay. So Willow is need at the moment, and cannot move, but what they're going to do one second. There it is. Willow is going to soul call you again. So they call out Mo Jackson. It reverberates throughout your entire head. And it sounds like it's going, like it's kind of like when a bass in the room is like for music is like going through your entire body. It feels like that. And you have a very different out of body experience you did last time. It feels very much like you nearly completely detached this time, and you in the middle of finalizing your setup, because you have, right, like you're setting up, you're like, all right, cool, you feel your soul like jump out of your body, and you're like looking at yourself in like third person. It's a very weird experience, like let's say 2 feet away. It feels like what you would imagine someone that passed away, and like looking at their body after they pass is what it looks like. And it's too much time passing between you're starting to get a little nervous, like let's say like 5 seconds pass and you're like, oh fuck, did it actually take? And then your soul slams right back into your body again, and it kind of hurts this time. So your chest feels like it's caving in a little bit, but it passes after a few seconds. You're not sure how much more they can call your name at this point before that becomes a permanent thing, or it will be harder on that one. Your turn, Mo.
Ow.
Damn.
Well, I mean, yeah, that sucks. I'm gonna point blank this because I think that I might be too. Well, how far are they from me now? Are they far enough that I can use my sniper rifle? Because I just kind of want to blast this person in the
They're
face.
5 feet away, so this is gonna hurt if you're aiming at them from where you are, but
Like
you can, like they're still like they're slowly getting back up to their feet on that one.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so sniper shotting, kick some ass.
Plus 9.
9, okay. So traded damage. All right, so it's 4 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's infused with the St. John's wort, correct?
Yes.
So it does go through their armor on that one. So they take the full 4 damage. Where are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for, I guess I shouldn't mess up their pretty face. I'll aim for the other leg.
All right, so you aim for the other leg as they're starting to get up. So they collapse again on that one. Look at you, just like, just like, nope, you stay exactly where you are. And they kind of collapse onto their hands. And they release a very frustrated growl, and it again sounds like several different voices at the same time. And then they are going to reach for their waist. So they're going to reach like this. And then you're going to pull something out. It looks white, whatever it is. You're not entirely sure what it is. It looks like a long weapon of some sort. And it makes a weird noise. And they're going to flip it at you. So you're like, oh, a fucking whip. But then it wraps around the hand that like just shot at it, essentially. And you notice or realize that it's not a whip. Well, it is a whip, but it made a weird clattering sound. Very similar to like if you've ever been in biology class and you have the skeleton in there, like when it rattles together, the bones.
Mm.
You realize that like it's a line of bones, a spine, maybe. I hope not. I hope that's not what it is. It wraps around your arm, and you take 1 point of damage on that one. And they're going to try to pull you down off the car. Roll cool for me.
13.
Awesome. No, you're fine. Like you literally like get the fuck out of here. Like you flip it up. You're like, it's like startling that it's a whip and it's not actually. It's made of a really weird material. You really hope it's not bone. But you're able to like shake that off and like replant yourself. Okay, so trade damage there. Millie.
Now I have a question.
By all means.
I don't know how much of this is like above game knowledge or in character knowledge. Does Millie know that Willow is like being controlled by Flop in the?
You do know this.
Okay.
You know that
Cool.
Willow is being controlled probably. Like you all guessed that that's what was happening. But I will say, you did some very violent stuff just now, which is one of your tags. So you will hear in the back of your head, and the voice sounds a little different this time. You're not sure how, but it sounds a little different. And it's just like, isn't that the one that murdered Ezra? Isn't it? We know it was someone else that controlled them, but they're right here. We could just annihilate them. You just end them right now. You just do it right now.
So in order to use magic,
by all means, go.
I do. First of all, like Millie is like they're trying to stay composed. They're not gonna let that like they need to focus. Not gonna let that get under their skin, even though it's practically inside their body. Not gonna let that get under their skin. But this is me asking for some MC guidance because one of the use magic options is banish a spirit or curse from the person, object, or place it inhabits. Is it possible to use magic to remove the control on Willow?
Oof. If you do that, I'm going to say you have to do it twice successfully.
All right.
Whether it's mixed or not, like you have to do it twice because twice. I would say you have to do it twice to remove it.
I want fate to fuck with this one, so I'm not gonna like luck my way out because that feels like cheating. So boy howdy, let's go. Big money, no whammies. Oh, a 9.
A 9. You have a glitch on that one. What would you like to do in response?
Since you're cooperating with me, I'm gonna keep it feral. It has a problematic side effect.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah. Give me a moment.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
Describe how
That scared
you
me.
are. You okay? Everything good?
Yeah, just a light fell. I'm good. You scared the crap out of me.
This is not the time to be scared. It's just like, oh,
This
God.
is the perfect time to be
Okay,
terrified.
you know what? Fair. That is valid. So, describe how you are going to banish. Like what kind of magic, how you're doing this to banish it, and then I'll tell you what the side effect is.
Okay, so I think the instant change from offensive to defensive, it comes from hearing the voice like enticing them to like go ahead and take it out, and they remember, of course, all that information. I think the banishment process is like they've given up their position with the horse and trying to like slowly approach Willow, knowing that that whip shit just happened. And it's like murmuring quietly while doing like the sigils like at their side. It's a very subdued incantation.
Okay. So while you're doing this, the horse is still trying to put themselves back together. So let's say that. And while you're doing this, the side effect is that since the only people that have experienced this are inside the house, your eyes turn black all the way down to the whites of them, and the smoke starts billowing out. This smoke starts billowing out of the sides of your eyes. As well as if Mo were to turn around to look at you and not focus on Willow in front of them, there's like the outline or this transparent outline of three figures that are kind of cloaking over you. And it's like they're like roiling and moving around the back of you. One of them that was just recently whispering into your head is like actively trying to do that again, but like you're keeping it steady. So when you do this magic, and this is that side effect is gonna stay up for a little bit, so we'll see if someone notices. But other than that, you do this in Willow's direction. It pulses through them. And for a moment, they stop doing what they're doing and stop movement entirely. And you see the shadow armor that's like the cloak that's over their head kind of like dissipate a little bit. So you see Willow, their red hair, their surprised face as like they're trying to gather themselves, like they're kind of like half bent over, half like getting ready to look at Mo, but then it's kind of like they stop doing what they're doing. And horror fills their face as they look in your direction. Like not because of you, like just like because probably like what am I doing here kind of is what's happening, looking at you because they know it was because of you. And that face stays for a little bit before like it's lost again, like it's like they go blink one more time. It's the horse's turn, correct, on that one? Okay, so the horse is now kind of put back together. It just kind of looks like a slop job of like smoke and smoke and shadows, and like the eyes are still like not correctly positioned is the best way to put it. With Millie, your back's turned, right, on that one? Would you say that? Millie? Millie? Hello? Your back's turned?
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you.
It's totally fine.
reading.
It's
Okay,
totally fine.
my bad.
But yeah, your back's turned to the horse. Would you say
Okay.
that? Would you say that? I'm just asking.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so yeah, I'm totally fine with this. So the horse is like what it ends up doing. Instead of charging you because you can't see straight at this point, it is going to send out that shadows that is trying to grip you before again, just like keep you in place. I would like you to roll keep your cool, but at a I'm not going to say disadvantage, but just as a -1 because you're not paying attention to it.
That's a 10.
Awesome. Okay.
So an 8.
Oh. So let's see. I'll keep on forgetting what the okay, so acting under pressure, worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. You either get stuck or incapacitated. Yes. Oh yeah, go ahead. Commercial peeps. Welcome back, everyone. We're picking up from where we left off. Sorry about the technical issues. But we're picking up where Millie had rolled. I think like you gotta. I'm going to give you a hard choice and a price to pay because you got a mixed success on the horse attacking from behind by trying to keep you in place. So you either will you will give into one of the temptations that is being whispered to you right now and get out of that situation without being damaged or like kept in place, or you will be taking -1 ongoing for the rest of the scene because those shadows were able to attach onto your legs. Little bits of it were you're still able to get out of the situation, but like you feel a very heavy weight in response to that. So those are the two options you have.
Listen, you know I had to give in the violence, baby.
Yeah. All right. So as you're like pulling out of these shadows, that voice is in your head, that different voice whispers, "See, they're down now. You can just attack them. You can just end them right now. They're weak and they can't move." How are you going to give into violence?
Oh boy. Let's see. I know. So am I like taking a turn right now?
Yes, this is going to be, you have to do this now.
Okay. I would like to use the big whammy.
All right, go for it. You don't have the gold because you gave it to Cordelia. So it's not going to do as much damage, but roll for it.
That's an 11 because we love to suffer.
Awesome. So big whammy does 2, right? It will push Willow, like Willow was like kind of like hunched over on their knees. Your big whammy moves them like pretty much like throws them off balance and they roll to the side, and it's a great distance. So before they were 5 feet away from Mo, they're now like 15 feet away from Mo. It was a big distance that they move. And they tumble and they catch themselves with their hands on that one. And they're perplexed, but still blank faced at that. They take, just because they have shadow armor, they do take 1 damage on that one. But they're not getting that damage back immediately afterwards at the very least. So yeah, you did it. You gave into your impulses, and that one of those shadows that's like visible, like seems to like vibrate with excitement at that. And yeah, it's good. All right. And we did the horse's turn. I'm gonna go back into the house on that one. So, Cordelia, you saw this clatter to the floor and all that other stuff. My dude is not looking great. He got hit on his right side really hard. Yeah, what are you doing?
Did we hear Mo's name get called? Do we hear any of that, or
You definitely hear Mo's name getting called because it's very resounding, and you definitely heard that sniper shot go off. You know what it sounds like. There might be like a silencer one, and not entirely sure about that one, but like you know exactly what it sounds like at the very least. It's just meant to muffle it. To look, do you have a silencer on it, Mo? Don't let me like talk for you.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably smart.
You know what it sounds like when like their gun goes off, when her gun goes off, essentially. It sounds like a ping. It sounds louder than like a silencer on like a pistol or something like that. But you're like, oh no, okay, stuff is going on outside. All right, so you didn't hear all that. So that's up to you. What do you do next?
Can I quickly enough move to a position where I can see outside?
Yes, you can like, I would say you can, he's kind of down. He's focused on Megan at the very least, because I just got shot by a shotgun. So yes, you can go down a hall a little bit, and to the right, you can go into one of the rooms where there is a window really quickly.
And okay, I guess just how's everyone looking? Sorry that this is such a multi-step process.
So you want to see how everyone's doing? Okay, so what you do see that Mo is like post up on the car, that Willow looks like they just got yeeted several feet in another direction, and looks like they're scrabbling. Well, not scrambling. It was like slowly trying to pick themselves up, but their knees are kind of like not doing too great. Their legs aren't doing too great. And if you look back, you see Millie just escape the clutches of shadows that were grabbing at their feet. But you also see the outlines of like 3 shadows over them, and you see that same smoke coming out of the sides of their eyes. Very similar to what Ben looks like right now.
Can I use my new move? Can I use monster empathy?
Yes, you totally can. Hold on. Looking at pararomantic move. I'm going to read it out loud because I think it's interesting. So when you try to work out what a supernatural creature desires, roll charm. On a 10 plus, hold 2. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. Spend your hold to ask the following questions. The keeper will answer honestly. And there's 3 questions, y'all. I will not tell them. Cordelia, tell me what question you want. You roll first. Go first and let me know.
That's a 4, but I would like to use a luck.
Okay. Mark that you got luck. Okay, use luck.
And then I would like to ask first, what would distract it?
What would distract
Willow.
Willow? Because they're like what's distracting the most right now is Mo. So what would distract them more is you, I would say. Because you
Okie
are
dokie.
an untethered soul.
Yeah. On top of this, can I just, I guess, send out a quick little message or just shout or something to get their attention?
To get Willow's attention?
Willow's attention, yes.
Yes. Did you have one more hold? Because you got a 12. Did you want to do the hold, or you want to actually shout them out first before using the hold?
I will also ask what does it desire most? Just to, I guess, clarify for myself.
It desires to do what its directive is, which is get the last bit of spiritual energy it needs to do what they're asked of. It's very like mechanical is the vibe you're getting. And they wish that they got the one that Rose had, is what they're thinking, but Mo will do.
Gotcha. Then I would like to just shout, my name is Cordelia Bennett.
Okay. Okay, so as Willow gets to their feet, I'm assuming like you phase your whole head through the window to like, you don't have to open the window, but to say this, Willow is getting ready to like figure out what to do next with Mo, and then it hears your name shouted out, and it looks to you, and it seems to like slightly perk up, like its shoulders set a little bit more now that it's like able to like walk again, like, or like stand up on its feet again. And it's going to start, it stares at you for a while, like it's calculating. And then it's going to start aiming to go back into the house through the front door.
Okie dokie.
So this is going to take a little bit of time because it's all happening at the same time. So is there anything else you want to do, Cordelia?
No, I think I'm just going to, or I guess if I could hand back the dagger to Megan or something like that.
Oh
Other
yeah,
than
you can do that. You can like well, yeah, you like go back, rush over, and give Megan the dagger. It's going to be Ben's turn, but you're going to say something.
Me?
Yeah, you look.
I'm
like-
just getting ready for my turn. Sorry.
Oh no, you're like I'm ready to go.
I'm ready.
Okay,
We gotta stop this.
So Ben had was confused, like he sees you rush by Cordelia, but he's focused on Megan, and it's just like, why are you trying to stop me? I'm so close. I don't even know why y'all are here.
What did you like to know? I mean, like, I'm not gonna tell you more than this, dude.
Is that the only bit of vocabulary you have? Like, aren't you like 12? Like, why are you here?
Would you like to know? Now I know it pisses you off, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Exactly. Fucking 12. And then like he literally with one hand does that fire, that black purple fire at you again. Cool to get out of the way if you can.
Will that take my turn if I get if I get out of the way?
It's my turn that I'm taking right now. Yours is right
Okay.
after this.
Right, I can just roll. Okay.
You can
Yeah,
just
I'll
roll
roll
like
to get out of the
this.
way.
Mhm.
That is an 11.
Cool. So you're able to do that just fine, no issues. So you dodge backwards out of the range of this fire. And he curses at that. Your turn now.
I'm gonna bolt for that cufflink that dropped to the floor.
I don't know if he can. He's definitely not going to be able to react in time for that because he's not doing great. So you can just do that. So grab it. So if there's something else you want to do, you can do
Yeah,
that.
I want to use it and say retreat to try
You
and
wanna-
get her to go.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Okay, so
Yeah.
So you grab it. Use magic for me.
Yeah. I'm using luck.
Luck
This is
of
important.
plenty. Luck of plenty.
Wait. I won't use a. Wait, never mind. I have to use a luck because I'm still -1. I have to use a luck. Yeah.
Okay, so use luck, so that's a 12, so you don't need you don't even need to use a glitch on this one. So you're able to channel your energy into this startlingly well, actually. It feels natural to you. And it's like you took over whatever influence that he had for the moment. And outside, as Willow's walking up the stairs to get to the front door, they stop. And it's like they just kind of, it's like a pause in programming is what it looks like. And they just stand there for a minute. And then they slowly walk back down the stairs. Mo and Millie are probably like, you want to go? You know, getting ready to like go at it. And then they go back to the window that they came out of. And they slide back in there. And that's what happens for now. Megan, what else are you gonna do?
Is she like aggressive now, or like is she?
No, she's just literally like she's retreating, so she's literally going back into the basement where she was.
Okay. I will then. I probably can't attack the guy again, because I used my move this turn.
Mhm. You can move.
You know, yeah, I'm gonna bolt now. I'm gonna bolt out of the house and just run.
Okay, so you're running out the front door?
Yep.
All right, cool. So you ran out the front door. Cordelia, I'm assuming you were doing the same thing anyway. Ben is like losing blood, I guess is the best way to put it. So he like crumpled and he like shouts back, "Get back here."
Wouldn't you like
Fuck
that?
off. He's gonna throw magic at you. I'm sorry. You keep on saying that. He's gonna throw magic at you as you are tail like running out. So I would give you cool again, but like you get an advantage on that one because you're literally almost at the door. So you get +1 on your roll. I swear to God, if you somehow like got snake eyes. Oh no. So as you say, wouldn't you like to know, he quickly just whips that flame at the back of you, essentially, as you're leaving. You will take 2 damage on that one as you're leaving.
Can I try to protect, or is it?
If you want to do that, it would be protect someone roll.
Okay.
You want to do that, so you see it coming, and you like take position to block it.
Yeah, I'll shield spell, but I think I still have to roll for it.
You still have to roll for it, but yeah. So shield spell, yay, it's getting used. I love it.
I leveled up with that.
Awesome.
That's a 9.
Awesome. Okay, so look at it. 9. Okay, so you suffer all the damage, but I mean, like the shield spell took all of it up anyway, so you're fine. So it pushes you back a little bit, and you kind of slightly bump into Megan, but not to a point where like Megan's gonna tumble down the stairs or anything like that. It was just more like, oh, what the, so you both like getting out the door, and you're able to do that. You go out there. You don't see Willow anymore, but you do see the horse there, and it looks like it's been through some things, but it's still coming strong a little bit. Well, actually, technically, it would have paused as well if you used the cufflink. So it's kind of, you see those shadows whirling and moving in weird ways, but it's stationary. It's not doing anything. And yeah, so up to you what y'all want to do. You have an incapacitated magician in there that's trying to figure out how to get out at the moment. What are you gonna do?
My vote is we leave him for L and we get the shit out of here.
Get Willow down.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take the thing with me, but like, I can't like physically take Willow. Well, maybe. I don't know how her Fae form works.
You should just
My
destroy the cufflink.
My plan is to bring the cufflink to Rose, because she probably knows what's like the best way to do that.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Being a Fae and whatnot.
Can you or Millie roll weird for me? Actually, you all get out there, and Millie is not looking great. To be honest,
yeah, I was going to say that Mo is going to be like sliding off the roof of the SUV and approaching Millie, just kind of like a wild animal.
While Mo's helping Millie, I guess I'll do the weird.
Yeah. So roll that.
Fucking hell.
Please.
That is a 5.
Okay.
I know nothing.
Experience, it's fine. Millie is fine, but like it just looks like a lot is happening around them is the best way to put it. So
I'm just gonna kind of carefully palm their cheeks and like wipe the smoke away from their eyes. You good?
And overall or in a general sense?
How about specifically right now?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I think.
Do we see the figures? Are they still there?
You can totally see them.
Okay, I don't want you to freak out, but you got 3 weird ass things standing right behind you.
Would you like to introduce us to your friends, or?
Do they look like the watery people that I saw earlier? No? Okay.
In a kind of hazy turn, like they try to look like if Millie looks behind themselves, did they see them?
What you see is like it's like they move to like only be over your shoulder. So it's kind of like they're only here. They're trying to dip out of your sight on purpose.
So they're gonna look at Mo. Are you okay?
I mean, I've been better. You look like shit.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I've had a rough couple of days.
let me
If you
patch you
hadn't
up.
noticed.
Yeah, we all have.
Do y'all want to, Mo? I can drive the car. You want to patch Millie up on the way? He is still in there. He is bleeding.
He's still in there? You didn't
That's what
kill him?
Did you want me to kill him?
I'm more than
Yeah!
happy to.
I thought I was supposed to be good. Like being
Damn.
a better person or whatever. I can go kill him, but usually I'm a thief. But if you want, like,
No,
you're the
no,
boss.
no.
I mean,
no.
I thought I
I'm
was
more than
doing
happy to.
good.
Millie, while this is happening, can you roll weird for me, please? I swear to God, if someone else fails this roll.
That's a 9.
Cool. Okay, so you know that you can just destroy it and it'll just be fine.
It as in the guy, or it as in like the cufflinks?
The cufflink. You can just crush it and it'll end it.
If you have the thing, we don't have to worry about him. So whatever module or modem it was using to control Willow, do you have it?
I do. Like Megan shows
Then
it.
crush it, kill it.
Throws it on the ground, steps on it repeatedly.
I like how the visual went from like just like one stomp to just like shut the fuck up, motherfucker, like in my head.
It's like he's done.
Done with this. So you do that, and when you stomp on it the first time, you feel like a release, like an energy around it, kind of like reverberates, and you all feel it. It's not like a lot, but you're like, oh, okay. And then you keep on doing it, and then that same reverberation keeps on happening over and over again, and then eventually it like dissipates. And then you hear, upon doing this, there's a silence for a little bit. The horse like goes back into, like, turns into a wisp of shadow, and it like essentially like goes back down into the ground, turns into a shadow that like slinks back into the forested area. Then you hear a scream from the basement, like a reverberating, horrifying scream. It doesn't sound like a banshee scream, but it sounds just as horrifying. Several voices shouting out at the same time, in horror, in anger, in sorrow, all at once. And you're gonna hear and you're gonna see from the basement, those windows, shadows are gonna start like licking out of them in an angry motion. You get the vibe that Willow is awake, like Willow is Willow, but very, very raw at the moment. You're gonna actually hear, and you can also see all the windows shatter essentially at that scream. And Willow you can hear them marching from down in the basement all the way up to the first floor. You can hear those stomps from where y'all are, which is kind of concerning because, like, although Willow is extremely tall and looked hulking, their form is kind of like slender, I guess is the best way to put it. Like this. And what ends up happening is you can hear just everything seems like it's just getting destroyed in their wake. And then you can hear Ben screech. He's just like, no, I'm sorry. Like he's like shouting from like the living room. And then the door busts open and you see Willow, no hood, just them. Their hair is like just like moving in a way it's not supposed to, very much like the shadows are. Green eyes blazing with anger, tears in their eyes as they like grab Ben by the shirt, drags them down the steps to y'all, walks over to you. Doesn't have a scythe or anything like that. Throws him on the ground, pins him under their foot. He's trying, like he's not moving. And she just stares at each and every one of you, trying not to cry, but failing very much. And they're going to say, I'm very sorry. Very, very sorry. But I'm going to do beyond ending this person here. They growl down at him.
Fine by me.
This is Els. I don't know if it'll help do worse things. And like Megan kind of holds up the knife. You can do your own thing, but I thought I would offer.
To give to Elle? Or
So like use on Ben. I don't know what you can do with it. It's Els. So I imagine it's pretty powerful.
this is tied to a deal.
Well, sorry, I tried.
I appreciate it. I will be doing, I don't need help doing what I need to. Let's just put it that way. I'm very sorry, I say.
You have nothing to
As
apologize for.
I saw everything. I saw what I was doing. It's, don't. And like, they're going to like throw their arm in a direction, and then you see like shadows appear in that area, and like through the shadows a portal, very similar to rippling water, appears in between the edges of shadow. She's gonna grab Ben by the back of the neck and like drag him through that portal, and he's screaming, pleading, and then he's gone, as Willow is. And the portal vanishes. And you solved this mystery, technically. So get it, guys. Now y'all are in a parking lot. What are y'all doing next? It's silent. You hear a car going off, an alarm, after those shattering windows happened.
I'm gonna patch up Millie
Okay.
using my medic move.
Okay. Roll for me. Is it roll? You need to roll for that one.
I told you I didn't need to kill him. Just gonna say that, Mo.
Would have been nice.
You know,
Will.
I sort of gave him a name. Do you think it's all good? Or
I don't want to hear it from you right now. I'm so pissed with you right now. I can't even believe that you would put yourself in danger like that after everything.
how many more? How many more times do you think she had to call your, or they had to call your name?
It don't matter. It didn't happen,
But it could have.
but it
And
didn't.
Cordelia's fine too. They didn't even call Cordelia's name.
If you ever try to pull some buck ass wild shit like that again, I swear to God, I will drop you off at headquarters and I will not look back.
Good luck keeping her at headquarters.
I said I would drop her off. I wasn't expecting her to stay.
You fed me once.
She probably has something in the van that like is spookily tracks it so she can just haunt it wherever we go.
Technically, I think I'm haunting you.
Please don't. You're already a pain in my
Great
ass.
Cordelia. We can't tell her that, otherwise she'll figure it out.
My damn kids. I just kind of like cup the back of Megan's neck and like bump my head against her. Don't scare me like that again, okay?
I was fine. You were the one that we were worried about.
I'm fine. I do roll, by the way.
You go ahead.
12.
All right, let me- Okay. Heal 2 harm, Millie. And you are stabilized. You're good. How much damage did everyone take? Did anyone get past 3?
I'm at 3.
I would have if Cordelia hadn't taken it.
Ah, okay. Look at that. Everyone's like leaning on each other. It's so good. It's so wholesome. Even though there's like blood and shadows everywhere, it's good. All right, so Mo, you're gonna get a call now.
Hello?
Is everything okay? Detective Lucas.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're good. We're good here.
Okay, you might want to get out of there because police are coming to that scene right now.
I hate cops.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I'm here. I'm on the phone.
Yeah, I know. We're coming
Please get
back.
out of there. Okay, like I'm obstructing justice technically, so get out of there, please.
Oh, that's sweet. All right, we're coming back.
He hangs up. like essentially right now. He's like, oh, sweet. Hang up.
Damn, rude. We had to get along. All right, we got to pack it up, move it out. Cops are coming.
Do we want to go to the cabin? Do we want to go to coroner's
Well,
office? Where are we going?
I should have told him. I'll just text him to meet us at the coroner's office.
Okay. So everyone's going to the coroner's office. All right. So you do that. You text. I would say like Lucas gives a thumbs up emoji. It's already like just already still not feeling like it's like making fun of me and then flirting with me. How dare, and then like that, and then you are all gonna meet there. So when you get to the coroner's office, you see several 2 cars parked up front. One is Detective Lucas's. I think one's Keisha's. Madison, I would say. Oh, well, they're all there. Madison, Keisha, Detective Lucas, the other Faye in the coroner's office, and Rose is there. You go in. You're met with Detective Lucas and Aster there, as well as Rose. Rose steps forward. Is everything okay? Is Willow okay?
Willow's pissed, rightfully so.
Yeah, I assume.
But yeah, they're free.
They're off in the Shadow Realm with Ben. Don't know how long they'll be,
The Shadow Realm.
or wherever the fuck they go.
Oh, it's just probably our realm. That's about it.
It's probably going to be a while.
Time
They
moves
were
differently
very
there,
upset.
so it could be immediately or it could be tomorrow. We'll see. I'm assuming that what happened to Ben? I'm assuming Willow. Okay. I hope they're okay. In any way. No, okay. And she plays with her own fingers. It's so, and Detective Damien's so what does the scene look like over there? Exactly.
Bunch of broken glass, some
blood.
blood. That's it, though.
There's blood.
I mean, it's a funeral home. Is that unnormal?
Cordelia, that's not funny.
Maybe some gun case or like bullet casings.
I picked those up.
Maybe.
Oh,
I'll say that you
I'm-
did that. I would say that y'all
I'm-
knew how to do that. So like
I'm a professional, please. But I'm sorry.
she said it. Sorry. So yeah, so I will say that you all did that just fine. You knew what to do. It's like, so no shell casings, but there's blood there, broken glass, probably shotgun damage to something in that area. Okay. And Ben is missing. And looks at like Rose, and Rose like nods. Like, I wouldn't even be able to explain this even if I wanted to. Okay. Good to know. Y'all are okay. Everyone looks okay. Millie, I would say that the shadows have like slowly dissipated by the time you got to the coroner's office, so you're fine. There might be a little bit of shadows at the edges of your eyes, but like could be eyeshadow. What's to say? It's like, but it's like I don't even know what to take it from here. But it's up to you what y'all want to do now. You've defeated the monster. You're not sure when Willow's coming back yet.
Who has Ezra in the bracelet?
Rose
So Millie might like hover close to Rose.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be pushy or indignant or anything, but now that things are settled, could we possibly check into the bracelet?
You want me to pop him out? You don't have to be polite about it. It's your friend.
Cousin, actually, but
Oh,
sure.
cousin. Okay. Did you want us to leave the room so you can?
I mean, is there a possibility that we could take him with us? We work with this kind of magic all the time. Maybe we can find someone who can put him not necessarily in a corpse or something physical, maybe. Or am I wishing too much?
You might be. I mean, you have his soul. You can do something with that. It's just, and it's before his time. But
gestures wildly to Cordelia. I think we can do this.
we can do. But I can just pop him out. He'll just be a ghost, and he's not rooted to anything, so you can just.
And Millie's gonna look at Cordelia. Would ghost friend cool? How would that work?
I mean, we could attempt the ritual that I did. I haven't really checked up on the more new age metaphysics, but I could try.
Okay, I'll pop him out.
Hey, that sounds like some big magic out of character.
That is some big magic. Like we'll talk about it. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your head.
Cool.
So she's gonna pop the beat then to let Ezra out. Okay, so like she does that. It's like a little. Feel like it's like a little capsule or like a little thing. And then you see like white, light blue smoke like pool out of it. And then slowly this gaseous form kind of like solidifies down. And you see very similar to what Cordelia looks like very blue tones is the best way to put it. What he was wearing last. He's floating, he's like focusing, his eyes are trying to. No glasses. Dark hair peppered with white. And he kind of looks at all of you, and everyone else kind of like makes themselves scarce, like probably going to the bathroom or like, oh, I have paperwork to do in the back or whatever it might be. And he looks at y'all, and he It's like a deep breath. He's like, hey.
Hey. And instantly Lily's like so awkward. They don't know how to like articulate the well of emotions, but they just kind of like trail off and like to fight going completely quiet. Do you remember that live action Casper movie? You look like one of those ghosts.
Shut the fuck up. He says, like, and tries not to cry, and then he literally hugs you or tries to. He's trying to keep himself solid. And he's able to like figure it out, but you for a moment his arm like passes through part of your upper arm, and then he grabs you, and it feels as solid as it feels. It sometimes feels like a person is hugging you, and other times it doesn't. But you can feel that he's trying to hug you as tightly as he possibly can.
I'm just gonna miss you. I'm not gonna. I
I'm
hate
still
crying.
here.
I know you're still.
You
You know what I mean. I'm not gonna waste any time. You should talk to
You're my
Cordelia.
fucking cousin. I get to talk to you as much as I want.
I know, but this isn't fair. That should be your moment over there. And they like kind of wiggle out of it and just like point at Cordelia.
You're so fucking weird. He says, like, and he like wipes his eyes. It's like, hey, Corey. Oh,
Hi.
I'm sorry I died.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Megan wants to leave to give Cordelia and Ezra some privacy, and she'll kind of just pull Mo and Millie with her, being not subtle at all.
What are y'all doing? Like, are you just okay?
Have fun.
Oh,
What,
but
Make good choices.
I mean,
What does that-
he does look like
what
the
does that
Casper
even
ghost,
mean?
right?
Hi, Corey.
hey, they're so weird.
No, really. I mean, we are already all a weird bunch.
An eclectic group, yes.
Indeed. Did y'all get my message?
Yes. I'm glad we get to talk a bit more.
Yeah, about the spiritualism part or the
everything part.
everything part, right?
Yes.
I didn't think I could be awkward dead. Here we are. I should have known better. It was like you still act the way you do, and most ghosts that we interact with still act. Why did I think this was going to be any different? This is the worst. Sorry, not like talking to you. Hi. How are you? This and he's like trying not to float, but he keeps on almost floating, and like it's like, nope, staying on the ground. That's what I'm doing.
She just sort of mutters like, he died as he lived under her breath. Just
Shut up. Shut up.
and she just sort of tackles him and spins him in a hug.
Oh. It's like, and he like hugs her back. It's like, I really am sorry that I died, but I actually get to hug you now.
Sorry.
You
bit
didn't
of a-
find anything in my belongings, did you?
No, I didn't find any books.
You didn't find any books specifically? What kind of books?
I didn't. I said, I was never a good liar. What are those for?
Oh, okay, so full disclosure. And he starts floating again. This is fucking ridiculous. How does this work? Okay, anyway, so I wanted to understand the ritual, that like you did to make yourself immortal, but it turned you into a ghost instead. So I was just curious because like normally spiritualism during that time frame did not work, and this did. So I was curious, and then I just wanted to know more about you in general, and then I got interested in how to talk to you, and yeah, I just wanted to know more about you. You know, friends do. No, I'm lying. That's a full on lie. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that to you. I mean, I didn't. It kind of hit me in the face when I was in my car reading it. That I like you.
I mean, I like you too. And what do you mean? We talk all the time.
I mean,
No, I'm not that daft. I like you too.
Thank you. It was more along the lines of you've been around for a while and you've had to adapt to talk to different people as the age has gone on. I felt that someone should have been doing the same for you as well. So that's what I was trying to do.
That means a lot. I mean, thank you for meeting me halfway, I guess. But
yeah, I mean, I met you all the way here because you know, like, I'm now on the other side, I guess.
Yes, I was making my way up to a joke about it, but
I destroyed you. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No. It's well, I mean, if you're really that interested in the ritual that I performed, I mean, it can be difficult to anchor yourself to the plane. I'm kind of bumbling over myself. How are you? Let's start there.
I'm okay. It's terrifying, but Rose helped me. I'm okay. Cordelia, you can roll empathy for me if you want to.
That's a 7.
Oh wow, 7 again. It came back. Okay, so you just get an impression then. Like a minor impression. He says he's okay. He is surprisingly okay in the department of like a little too okay with being dead. Like not like necessarily like yes, it was traumatizing. So he's a little, but it could just be like he's getting used to it. But you also get a feeling of ominousness, like concern in the back of his head. I mean, you're not sure what that is because it's like it could just be like, oh, I'm dead, you know. So like, what happens next? Ghosts just exist sometimes, so they could just be here. Is the whole? It could just be like, oh, what happens after death? Like now that it's here, is anything going to happen? It could be something like that, but the only impression you get is like a bit of like, oh, now what? But that can mean a lot of things. So yeah, he continues like, I'm fine. It's weird that I can see you without my glasses, but spirit doesn't really matter about eyesight. It's tied to the physical. It's so weird. I wish I could take notes, but I can't figure out how to hold a pen yet. So like, it's kind of, yeah.
It's a learning curve, yes.
Yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to talk to him about, or else I will start?
I think she just gives him another squeeze, just big ol' hug again.
He is taken aback by the hug again because like he's not like expecting all the affection that's happening right now. And then he gives you a tight, warm hug back. And squeezes. And like stays like that for a little bit. Did y'all want to come in and talk to Ezra? Up to you.
Yes, but at the same time, I want to make sure that they have their moment. So like Megan would probably wait until like it like they give some indication that they're done.
We can talk more later, but I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Okay. Thanks. And like pulls back, but like he slides his arm down your arm and then holds your hand. But goes towards everyone in that's like kind of huddled back there and not trying to be creepy, and giving the ghost a moment. But
So I imagine we like close the doors and then like we like at least Megan, Mo and Millie might be doing it too. Yeah, like leaning up against the door trying to hear. Um and then once the door opens, just being like, oh, nothing.
Get in here, you pervs.
oh god. Hi. I'm sorry, Mo.
Yeah, me too.
I know you don't like it when I say certain things, like treating me like a kid. And I knew you were gonna back off if I said something, but
Yeah, well, look where it got you.
thanks, Mom.
I'm just trying to look out for you, kid.
I know. I did this to me. That's the best way to put it. Well, technically, a Faye did this to me.
I want to be angry. I do. I'm just, I never wanted to see you like this.
I know. I'm not gone. I'm here.
You sticking around?
He like looks to the side. Yeah, as long as I can.
And that's enough.
You are a great mom.
Not a mom anymore.
He like looks at you and then
Shut up.
literally everyone.
All y'all hush. Hush.
Megan
hear
like
it.
throws her arms around Mo's neck. You're my mom.
Mushy kid.
Seriously, thank you. And he like hovers over, not intending to hover because he's still trying to figure out the flight thing, and he's going to hug you as well. And it's gonna feel weird because like yeah, solid at most times, not solid other times. It's very difficult, but I hope you feel the love. Like squeezes.
I love you too.
It's the thought that counts.
Okay. Also, Meg leans over Mo's shoulder to look at her on the other side. It's like, did you tell them about it?
They know. Turns out the Fae that got you is in the court of the Fae I made a deal with.
So,
but it's not my fault.
She's a Fae then. Like he looks off and it's just like, oh, that could mean a lot of things. I don't know anything about Fae.
She's not as angry now.
That's good. Why was she angry? I didn't know she was angry.
Because
Meg.
Because I took something that wasn't mine.
Okay.
You know how I like my magical artifacts, okay? They're just there. And they're so useful.
Yeah, but like
I saved Mo's life with this one.
Do not involve me in this.
I like stabbed into the ground and then it trapped the Doulahan for a second so we can get away. After it called Mo's name 2 times in a row.
You little snitch.
Okay. I remember that. That didn't feel great. I got called 4 times, I think. Yeah, that wasn't great at all.
Mother dearest, how many times was your name called?
3, and I ain't your mother.
Hey, we saved the day and prevented the 4th time after Cordelia gave her name to it intentionally.
Oh my god. What am I gonna do with all of you?
And Millie's over here with shadow figures. You can't be mad at me. Like, at least you know about my shit, Ezra.
Shadow figures? He turns to Millie.
I'm working on it. Thank you, Megan Frost, for everything. For everyone's dirty laundry.
Oh, the last name.
Hey. You're the one that told me to be honest, Millie. I'm just turning
That
over
I
a new
did.
leaf.
I can see, and I'm very
Gone
proud
for
of
a
you.
whole day. 2 days? 2 days.
Been a bit.
And
I'm so tired.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Are we gonna leave or like pack up a little bit, stay for a little bit?
I for one am ready to go. No offense to the city, but my own bed sounds lovely right about now.
It does. Okay, I would say like right now it is like 2:00, 2:00, 3:00. So this is what I'm gonna do before time. Yep. So as you say that, Millie, and everyone's trying to keep themselves scarce, your phone rings.
Their phone rings?
Yes, yours rings, Millie. Yes, yours.
Mo automatically goes to tap.
Like it's like what? No, okay.
Hello? Mildred Cole?
Millie. It's Theo. That was so pleasant. Hi. I know we don't talk often, but
Do you need to talk to Mo?
I called you for a reason. No, I do not need to talk to Mo.
Okay.
Can you find a place to be alone?
Sure. And they don't even say anything to like the group. They just start walking like to the restrooms.
Okay. You walk to the restrooms. Are you alone?
I mean, physically, yes, I am alone.
All right. I have a favor to ask of you.
Okay.
And with that, we're gonna go to break, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. So we are having it like a few hours have passed. Everyone is like taking a moment, gathering their things from the cabin. Millie had slinked off and came back and came up with some generic, random, awkward excuse as to why they went to the bathroom. Seems okay. Seems legit. It's fine. Y'all pick up everything that you need to get ready to say your goodbyes. Ezra is with you. And Detective Lucas, Keisha, meet you at the cabin. Oh. And okay. So you like are at the front of the cabin. Cabin's no longer protected because there's no need to protect it anymore. Detective Lucas, Keisha, and Madison are there to see you off. Y'all can talk to them as y'all are packing up and getting ready to leave. I would say Detective Lucas came up and was like, well, y'all came in like a wrecking ball and you're leaving like one. But thank you for solving this, I guess. I just didn't think that it was going to be a supernatural reason as to why that happened.
You held your own. Quite well, actually. Very impressive.
I didn't do anything. All I did was like kind of flail my arms a little bit because ghosts are real and apparently fairies are too. And I was your backup if something happened. I don't know if that counts, but I guess I'll take that compliment. So thanks. No.
It counts.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Look, I don't like cops. You know this.
I definitely know that. Made it very clear several times.
You're not so bad.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. This is this I assume that you were and he kind of looks down at your arm, like or your hand. He's like, I just assumed you were taken already if this is what I think it is. And he like looks at you like a little like what? Curious?
You know, is the mark still there?
No, it's not. Like
Okay.
I should have said that. No, it dissipated as soon as Willow went through the portal.
You know, it's not the first thing. And it probably won't be the last.
There, how often does this happen? Or how often do you do this?
I mean, technically, we're not supposed to be doing the fighting. We're just supposed to be doing the investigating. But more often than it should.
So you're not supposed to kill things or get involved like this?
I mean, we never killed things here.
They didn't kill nothing.
Have before.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. And you are already breaking your protocol by like doing what you did with the funeral home and that paperwork that we all have to sign and missing persons report about then. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're used to that though. We're kind of the black sheep.
I mean, were you gonna do it?
Well, no, because I wouldn't have known that this was a thing. So thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. You're very sassy. Like I don't like this energy here. Like just gestures to all of like Megan. It's just like this is
No, she's always like that.
oh
And?
okay. Anyway, it was a pleasure knowing you all, Mo Jackson.
To Damien.
And if you ever so happen to come to our town again, not for hunting purposes, then I'm here.
Sure. That's I gotta be honest, I don't know if we're ever coming back here, even if there was hunting purposes.
Is it that horrible? Like he like looks around and he's like, I know it's like that weird like small town vibe, and but it's quiet. Like I'm not getting shot at all the time, so that's nice.
My friend died here.
That's also fair. But he like his eyes slide over to Ezra, who's like hovering next to Cordelia. He's like, yeah, he did. He-
You do also have a pretty big Fae population here in general.
Apparently.
So I mean,
If you were ever interested in hunting, though, you hook me up, or I'll hook you up.
I'll think about it. Yeah, I'll think about it. I just need a moment to think about the fact that there is more than what I thought. That makes sense.
More than you could ever dream.
Wait, so like, and he like starts going to spill. So is there vampires? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah,
Werewolves?
yeah.
Like goes like gestures to like Cordelia and Ezra. I'm not going to ask that question because you already know that they exist. Fairies.
No, we
Alright,
don't.
cool. He like he's just like, I'm not going to dignify that with the anyway.
hey, we're related. Can you tell? Cordelia and I.
Oh, it's the hair, isn't it? No, like you have pink hair. That's not how that works.
I
can
meant more
kinda
the
see-
attitude.
I can see
Disregard
it.
for authority.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see that. Yeah. That makes sense. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss all of you. This is gonna be fantastic. All right. So that said, did you want to talk to anyone else here? Keisha, Madison. Okay. So as y'all are saying goodbye, Detective Damien Lucas is being awkward as all hell. Y'all pack in, they help you. They wave bye to you as y'all pull away. You go through the middle of the town to leave. And as you're inclined, or you feel the need, maybe you might not have meant it or anything like that, but you end up passing the coroner's office again. And as you're doing that, I would say whoever's on the left-hand side of the vehicle, so Mo's driving, whoever's behind Mo, I would say Millie for having the same sitting situation as before, like coming in. You peer out the window, you see like a van pulled up to the front. And it's a very familiar looking van. You've seen this van before. It's a cleanup crew van for the Arcane Corps. It's usually what happens when hunters are being taken back that have either passed on, or if they're in such a bad situation that they can't move anymore and they need to be transported. So that's what this is. It's and you gather to pick up Ezra's body. You remember that Aster had said that he got hit with paperwork like crazy that afternoon to transfer. That's probably what it was. You see a person there that's kind of like gesturing for people, like very tall figure person, tan skin, hazel eyes, really long black hair, wavy, pulled up into a bun. And as you're passing by to leave the town, they catch your eye. I would say Mo and Millie, as you're passing by. Can you both roll sharp for me?
9.
And Millie? You're muted. Sure.
11.
Oh, cool.
8.
So you both notice things. So I would say, Mo, you notice as they're focusing on you, their eyes widen just a little bit as they notice you, kind of in recognition for a moment. But you don't know them. You've never seen them before. And you notice just for a split second, kind of like there's something off about their face, but you can't pinpoint exactly what it is. Like it's because you're like, yeah, I need my eyes on the road, so you don't get to figure that out. Millie, you figure it out because you got an 11. There's like scars on their face, and it's symmetrical scars. It's a little too perfect, too perfectly symmetrical is the best way to put it. So it's kind of like down the center of their nose, center of their head, under their cheeks, underneath right there. You can't see all of their body, like, so you can only see like from here up. But yeah, they're dressed in a trench coat. They look like they just came from like probably like an office is the best way to put it. Like they look very well dressed. I would say like business casual kind of with a trench coat. And they also recognize you too when they line eyes with you, and then they turn to continue doing what they're doing, which is gesturing as like you see a body rolled out on a stretcher and like that. And then y'all keep going. I'll head back to headquarters. Ezra's in the back, talking with Cordelia probably. Megan, you still have the dagger, probably playing within the front seat. Mo is probably having another motherly speech in the front, trying to stop people from doing something that they probably shouldn't be doing, like putting their feet up on the dashboard.
I was gonna say, get your feet off my dash.
And y'all
Slowly puts one foot down but leaves one up.
progress. Progress. And y'all keep going. It takes about 5 hours to get back to headquarters in the city. With that, we're going to like say this mystery concludes, but we're going to have some epilogue scenes, everyone. So you get a little bit of something going on here. Let me see who got to start first. All right, Megan. This is all going to be happening within a span of like a week or two. So y'all settle back in. Y'all grieve, but you're also happy that Ezra is there with you. Megan. Where do you live? If you can like just come up with something.
So I actually imagine that Megan might live at the headquarters and like where she can, because she doesn't want anything being traced back to where like an actual home, and so she's going to use the security at the headquarters.
Okay, so I would agree with that. So you can, it's a way to also like, hey, you don't have to pay for rent. Like if you want to just like make bank, just get the money, don't pay for rent.
Yep.
You're paying in services, obviously it's fine. So you're here. I would say that you're like just kind of vibing, chilling, probably listening to headphones, like listening to music. This is like, let's say 3 days afterwards. And you're in your room, you're by yourself. And you hear a knock at the door.
Am I expecting anyone?
No, you're not.
What do you want?
Is that how you talk to me, Meg?
And she like quickly like gets up. She like kind of cleans a little bit, hides, like she was listening to music, but she was like writing something in her notebook, like presumably heist plans, like close it, like tosses it under the bed. And then opens the door. Hi, Elle.
Yeah. So you see Elle there, standing, no mirror there. She's fully present in the headquarters, which how the hell? But you don't ask questions. She just goes past you into your room. Is it like organized chaos or is it actually just chaos there?
It's surprisingly barren.
Ah, okay, I like that. Okay, so looks around, she like looks around. She's dressed very nicely, like she's going to a party or something like that. So her hair is in a bun. She's wearing jewelry that glitters a little too much. And she just looks around and looks at you. I came to get my dagger back.
I've been keeping it here for just that case. And she goes to like a locker on the wall that has like a padlock on it, and she opens it and like pulls out the dagger, hands it over.
I thank you, dear. And like she takes it, grabs the edge of it, like the handle. And the moment that she grabs it, you feel like a pulse of energy come from it that just kind of fills the room. Kind of like it feels like it went back to where it's supposed to be. It feels right. It doesn't feel wrong. It feels like, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's hers, right? And she flips her hand and that dagger disappears. Very much like a magician makes random things disappear in thin air, like it was like a trick. Thank you very much. All of your debts have been paid on that one. So your gifts are yours now. You have fulfilled your favor. And you also have returned my dagger, granted very late on that one.
It was useful in the mystery.
I bet
I mean,
it was.
Wasn't expecting to be working with more of your kind. And nothing works better against a fae than a fae dagger.
She like looks down at you, like raises an eyebrow. You think I'm Fae?
They're in your court, they're fae. I mean, you at least rule over fae.
Yes, I do. I'm not just Fae, but you're closer at the very least.
I probably won't ever figure it out, I'll be
No,
honest.
probably not. You could just do research. It's not that hard.
Our lead researcher was looking into you and couldn't seem to narrow it down much more than that,
Mhm.
other than being potentially a deity as well.
Maybe.
Exactly. Possibility.
Sure. Who's to say? And then she like just looks you over and she's like, I have another proposition for you if you are willing to take it.
I have learned my lesson. I would need to know the terms this time.
Okay, so you are willing to take it regardless. Okay, so we'll see. She like rubs her hands. She's like, okay. You have a great deal of magic in you, Megan Frost. Maybe it's time it has something to do with your bloodline, like that Cordelia Bennett. Or it could be something more. Who's to say? All I know is that I want that on my side. So how about this? I will give you further arcane knowledge about magic. Whatever you want, the library's open. In return, you have to do something for me. And it's withstanding, ongoing, because this is an ongoing learning expedition of magic from me.
And what would I be doing for you?
I want you to look into someone named Theo. And give me as much information on them as possible.
So, there's an expression that I'm sure you've heard of,
Sure.
and it's don't shit where you eat.
She makes a face at that.
Theo, well, yes, I'm very, very curious. At the same time, this is kind of where I live, where my job is. And if you're interested in him, that means there's more to him than meets the eye or the ear in this case, since we've never seen him.
That is correct. There's a lot more to them than you know.
So I would need some guarantee that it doesn't get back to me.
You would need some guarantee that you would not be found out if you were looking into this. Is that correct?
That is correct. And then even then, that benefits you because that means I can look into it longer if I'm not found.
Okay.
I will do my best, but going in a little bit blind with that.
All right, then. You have my word that I will find a way whenever you're doing research that you are protected from being found out. correct? Would that suffice?
That'll suffice.
Okay. Then we have a deal then. And she like lifts her hand up to you.
Meg takes a sigh and then shakes.
All right. Shakes and she's like, pleasure doing business again then. And her eyes go very bright blue at that. Very pleased. All right. Next on that one, you're gonna go to Mo. How you doing, Mo?
Good. I think she's good.
Okay.
She's been working out nonstop.
Okay. So you're at headquarters as well in the workout room or somewhere else?
Sure, I'll be in the workout room.
Okay.
I probably have a home gym, but it's fine.
It's entirely up to you. Like, so I literally choose where you want to be.
I think she'll be at home. She needs some space.
Okay. So you're at home. And you're in your workout gym. I'm not sure if this is like the lower level or like it's a one level home.
It's a 1-level home.
Okay. So yeah, so probably it's closer to the back. You're working out, you have a workout room and stuff like that. Have water. And then you get a call on your phone.
I'm wearing headphones
Sweet.
because I'm working out.
Awesome.
Hello?
Mo Jackson. This is Janice Cullen. If I can just tell you, you know who this is immediately.
Okay.
This is like a higher up person at the core. So this is like a person that's like above Theo. Theo's like your handler. This is probably someone that would give directives to Theo or directives to y'all directly. Normally, you don't want to get a call from this person because that means you're in trouble if they're directly calling you at your house. So,
Janice, Cullen, what can I do for you?
I hate to do this. And like, it's a very mellow tone. So like, she probably does not care like what happens here. So she's like, your last mission with the unfortunate departure of Ezra, as well as not sending in backup ever to the scene when it was required. You're seekers. You're part of the seeker branch. You're supposed to classify and return. I know it is not your fault that Ezra passed. But there was a casualty.
Yeah. Look, we did the best that we could with what we got. And there was a lot of more convoluted than we thought it was going to be. Ezra included.
Yeah, I understand. Y'all do great work. I know you do. We've all seen it. But you are toting the line often. For a while. For a month, let's say. Because also, Theo was in trouble. He should have sent a backup regardless of what you said. So you're all in trouble. So you're going to be under surveillance for a little bit. You're going to be benched for a little bit. You're only going to do local for a little bit, local jobs. You're only going to do seeker work, not field work. 1 month. And in that time period, Theo is not going to be your handler.
Who's going to be our handler?
Don't worry about it. They'll contact you in the week. It's only temporary. It's just a month.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Also, keep an eye on Megan and Mildred. They are still on the watch list. We are still concerned. And we also know that they went to that warehouse and looked for arcane knowledge of some sort in there. We're also very much aware that artifact is missing. We're still trying to catalog which one.
Yeah. Good luck with that, I guess.
Keep them in line. I don't want to hear about another artifact going missing.
Yes, ma'am.
Or else you might be split up. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Keep an eye on her. And we're worried about Mildred. Well, Millie.
Yes, ma'am. I'll keep them in line.
Good evening. And she hangs up.
You too, you spiny bitch.
All right. Next, Cordelia. I had a question actually. Do you go everywhere Megan goes? Is that like because of the nature of how you're here in the first place?
Yeah, so there was Cordelia was originally bound to a necklace, but then something happened and now she's sort of bound to Megan, so I don't think it's like you must stay within like 5 feet. I think it's more of a like general area, the general vicinity.
Okay.
An
so-
alternative I thought of, and we can retcon this later, is that you have to visit Megan like once a day, or like to return to her to like refuel the anchor, and then you can go again.
Yeah. I was curious because I was like, I like that actually. So I was like, okay. So if we'll stay in the same vicinity, but if you go off, you always have to return. Or like you'll just kind of pop up to refuel is the best way to put it. Okay. So yeah. I mean Megan stays at the headquarters, so it's all good, don't worry. So Corey, you and Ezra are just like hanging out, probably like setting up someone, because Ezra used to do this, setting up the training for new recruits for hunting ghosts specifically. It's already wrapped up. So they're just reorganizing things in the background. Trying to ignore you is the best way to put it. But Ezra's there. They kind of regard him, and some of them are like, sad about it, but like also keeping their distance because Ezra is glaring them down because they're glaring at you, is the best way to put it. And he's like actively trying to figure out how to make himself corporeal or not. So he's trying to pick up a notebook and pen and figure out how to write with it, but he just can't. So he's like actively trying to do that, like on like a piece of, I don't know how to put it, but like training equipment, like a box or something like that, like one of those wooden boxes he's sitting on. He's just kind of grumbling to himself, trying to fix that. Roll. Actually, I'm just going to give this to you just because I don't want the chance of failing on this one. But I would say like for a while now, you've remembered that feeling that he had when he was talking to you in the coroner's office. And that feeling you've like been focusing on it more and ever so often doing empathy on him. And it's become more and more clear that he's actually not terribly terrified about passing. Like he was terrified about how, but that feeling in the back of his head where he was just like, there's something impending, is becoming more over time, more obvious, more looming. It's like he knows something's coming is the best way to put it. But trying to hide it very well. But you can kind of tell the differences. He's been a little bit jumpier. He's just sitting on the desk in a book, trying to write.
Just take a deep breath. I know it's new, but it's like a muscle. You just have to practice.
Like, I don't even know what the muscle is. Is it like a mental thing? And he just like makes his hands invisible for a second and then back to normal. He's like, I don't get it.
I tend to see it more as an emotion than a mentality, I guess. I guess the two aren't entirely different, but
Right. Okay. And he like actively tries again. His hand going invisible, but still able to pick the pen up and like brings it up to his eye level and makes his hand visible again. And he's like, okay, all right. I think I got it. It passes through his hand at the last second. It's like, shit. Okay. No. Maybe not. You know what? Maybe I'm just not meant to learn it right now. How are you, Corey? How's it going?
I mean, I'm doing okay. Dead as ever.
Same. He says, and tries to like looks nervous, but looks off to the side. Same.
If you had the choice, would you want your/a body back?
He like stares off for a moment and thinks about it. You can tell he's actively trying to guard his face on this one. If I was the same, yeah. But I mean, it's kind of cool being a ghost. It's just, and especially not being alone. It looks at you, but I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen for me.
Who knows? I mean, are you doing okay? I know that you're going through a change, and I know that a lot has happened, but
Can we have a moment? He like looks at you, that looks at the people cleaning the room, and he's like, we're gonna leave for a second. We'll be back for the next group of people that don't know how to aim a shotgun, which I don't know how you don't know how to aim a shotgun. It's kind of like point and shoot.
broadside of a barn. Come on, it's
okay. Right. And then like he floats away. And y'all pass through the training room to go to the hallway. He slams into the door for the first time, like slams into the wall for the first time. Like fuck. Okay, like it is able to like go through the hallway through to another room that's like open, but like no one's like peeking in or anything like that. So the door's open. And it's just like a normal like office, like now like a like a break room is the best way to put it. And he like leans through. No, I'm not okay. And it's not. I know that death, being a ghost, that if it was just a matter of dying and the afterlife, like I've researched it and I've seen it and I know what happens. It's either you go somewhere or this happens, whether it's a tragic death or before time, which is my case. I know what happens. I did something, and I did it years ago, before I knew anyone here, just Millie, right? And I knew it was going to happen one day. But I thought I'd be older. And because I got cocky and I didn't ask for help, it happened sooner. And I don't know what's going to happen.
Regardless of what happens, for one, you have us. You are not alone. And we will get through this together. It doesn't matter what mistakes you made in the past, because we've all made them.
I know. He thinks about Megan. He's like, I know. I know.
She gets it from me.
Right. Rebellious family lines and all that stuff. I know. I know y'all are all. I know you are here. I don't know how long that will be the case.
I mean, we can find a way to bind you if that's your worry. We can find a way to.
It's not about binding. If it was, I would have done that already. I would have even preferred even if it was meaning to leave y'all, I would have preferred to immediately pass on if that was the case. It's just the not knowing what's gonna happen next is what's bothering me. Can you promise me not to tell anyone?
Yes. Immediately, yes.
Thank you, Corey. In order to be better, I was already okay at magic. I was good at magic, but in order to be better at it, to hone it, to learn more about it, I made a deal with someone. And it's something I knew. I didn't just make random deals with random entities I knew nothing about. Like a certain someone we all know. But it is so nebulous what it could mean for me. And I'm supposed to activate on my death, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Do you remember the terms? Do you?
It was very open-ended. It was when I die, my soul will be to the service of whoever holds that contract. And I trust them. And I trust them to not be horrible, but still. Having your soul in servitude to someone else could mean anything.
I mean, it's quite a lot to take in, but
sorry.
No. Nothing of the sort. It's maybe there's a loophole. Maybe, sure you died, but maybe there's something there. Maybe
I don't know. I don't know, Corey. But I don't know when this is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in response, but one day I just won't be here. And I don't know when that is. I thought it was just going to happen right then and there, and it didn't. And then it's been a week and it hasn't. I'm just waiting here. to find out, did they forget? Like, I don't know. Don't tell anyone.
Never. It's not my secret to tell.
With that, he's gonna lean forward and kiss you on the cheek. Goes cheek and all. Seriously, thank you.
Anything.
And with that, you're going to go to Millie. All right. Millie, you've been called. It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, 2 days ago. Ezra stopped showing up. You have no idea where he went. But you have a feeling. You had a conversation about this with someone. And you didn't think it was going to be so sudden. So one day you come in, does Millie stay at the headquarters too, or do you actually have an apartment and a place to stay?
I think there's somewhere like on headquarters.
So you
like
also live at
there-
headquarters. Everyone's living at headquarters, okay. So cool. So 2 days later, after Ezra vanishes, everyone's nervous. Mo has been shouting, trying not to, but eventually like escalating her voice to a degree where like maybe he just can't hear me. Megan is trying to go through their pile of looted things to see if anything can help with tracking spiritual energy, and there is none. You also help out in vain because like he's not here, but you still use your magic because maybe, who's to say? 2 days pass. You get a call on your phone.
Hello?
Millie,
Yes.
could you come to basement level, please?
Sure. Are you sure you don't need Mo, because I can
I
just
need you.
call. Okay.
You have abilities of the deep, Millie. We had this conversation. You're the only one that could do this with me.
Okay. I'll be right there.
Okay. So you hang up. You are directed to go to. So let's say you're at I'll describe the headquarters. It's like a old factory that looks like it's abandoned to normal people, but it's not if you know how to get in. And you're at a very high level. So you're like at level 10, 11, and there's like several submasons. So he goes to the first level basement elevator, and then you've been instructed by Theo to enter a particular code to go to a different basement. Only certain people have this access, such as people like Theo, such as like higher ups as well. And it moves, and it stops after a minute. It's a little longer than it should be. Like, I didn't think it could go this low, but like maybe it's not. Maybe it's magic. If you you tap into that enough. You open the doors. It's like a long hallway. Kind of dark, not like it looks ominous, but you don't feel danger here. It just looks like, hey, this might be for certain things. There's like 3 rooms down that hallway. 2 are closed, 1 is open, and there's lights there. And you're directed to go there. You feel the urge to go there. When you get there, you see, hold on. You see a man there. You remember seeing him, actually. if you remember correctly, the coroner's office, loading up Ezra's body. If you remember correctly. Tan skin. You get a better look at those scars now. Not wearing a jacket anymore. Like he's still wearing like a button up and slacks, arms rolled up. You see like the scars go down his neck, his arms. And he looks at you. And in the middle of the room, there's like a setup, obviously. Sigils are on the floor. In the center, on a table, covered, is Ezra's body. It looks like no time has passed. No decay has happened in this time. It's kind of, you automatically know it's because magic was keeping him in some form of stasis, probably. Maybe. You can easily do that. It's not hard. He's standing at Ezra's head. And he brings you, he like gestures you in.
And they approach.
I am sorry to have to ask you to do this.
It's fine. If we can just rip this band-aid and just get this over with, I would be very happy. Is this why is Ezra here? And like they gesture to like the room itself.
Yeah, actually, when you say that, Ezra kind of peeks his head around a pillar, like waves, before like floating
And they
over.
just give a little awkward wave back.
It's kind of like holding, like that awkward pose of like holding your elbow with your hand as you're like kind of like not sure what to say. Hey, Mills.
Okay. Is there any preparation on my end, or I just
No preparation.
let loose? Or...
don't let loose. Please don't, for the love of God. Theo was like, please don't. That's not what I need. Okay, so the only way this works, and the only reason why this is going to work, is because Ezra died before his soul was claimed by natural death, I guess is the best way to put it. Plus, he looks to Ezra. He made a deal with me. So he has to fulfill his bargain.
They're gonna just give Theo a look, but then I'll look at Ezra. Is this what you want?
This isn't what I expected, but I signed up for this.
I'm gonna ask again because that's not what I asked. I asked, is this what you want, Ezra?
Yes.
Boy, there's no insight in this fucking game.
I know.
God damn. Okay, anyway. They're just gonna take his word for it, I guess. Okay.
It's okay.
I'm feeling otherwise, but that could just be my general anxiety. So
I'll be back in no time. Okay, just
you're back now.
That's a fucking ghost, and I would have preferred to stay like this than this. Yes, fine, but this needs to happen, or things will go very wrong. Okay, so please do this for me.
And they're not even gonna like hide it. You know, and I know that I can make things go very differently if needed be.
No, please do it this way. This is the safest way.
It's not the right way.
It's my way.
And you see what happened when we went your way, huh?
You're still going to do it, please.
Okay. And they just break from that conversation and go over to his body.
Okay. So Theo watching this, like not interfering whatsoever, just blank face. Gestures for you to go at his feet.
Okay.
Grab both of his ankles. And then he like puts his hands on either side of Ezra's head, body-wise. And he instructs you, pour as much energy of the deep as you can at his feet. And I will pour as much of my energy as I can from here. Okay. All right. Roll, use magic.
My dice have been quaking in my palm the entire time. Oh boy. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Barely. That's an 8.
Awesome. Okay. So give me a moment because I actually have to do the same thing. So we'll see how this goes. Cool. I got a 10. So the energy travels down your arms. Darkness, flickers of green, flickers of purple, red, and black, and smoke start to bleed in to Ezra from his ankles. And if you glance up long enough, Theo looks very concentrated, and you see energy of bright blue, white light, yellow light. It hurts your eyes a lot, actually. You feel like you need to leave, actually, but you stay firm and rooted, probably because of the nature of this ritual. If it were just you against each other, you would not want to face Theo, whatever they are. And you see that energy pooling from the top of his head down, and it eventually meets in the middle. And in 1 minute, Ezra is gone. His ghost just evaporates. The rings of sigils around the table on the floor light up from the center going out. You're not sure what they are, what language that is, because that's not sigils you know either. But the light gets resounding and blinding. And then all light is gone from this room for a split second after, I wouldn't say an explosion happens. Then it just meets its quota and evaporates out. There were candles, they're out. If there was lights, they snapped off. And then slowly, the light comes back on. And then Ezra's eyes snap open. And Theo looks down at him and says, "I'm very sorry." And that's our end, everyone. Thank you so much for coming and watching. Y'all are phenomenal. This was great. And yes, this was a massive cliffhanger. I am so not sorry, but I can also say that because of that cliffhanger, as you could probably tell, there might be more to this story. And it's going to be fantastic. So thank you all for sitting, watching, taking this ride with us. This was fantastic. But without further ado, I'm Sade Smith Edwards. I am your keeper for this evening. And it was a pleasure. I am Sade Ambrose, they, her, she did. And with that, I'm going to go to the top. Red, who are you and where can people find you?
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red. I am found on my own channel, but also one of the co-founders of Huntsman's Hydra, which rated in earlier, so you may have seen them. Yeah, thank you, Sade, for this massive twist at the end that I don't think any of us predicted until like the last 20 minutes, or we're just like, wait a second, it's all leading to this.
Wait a minute.
But yeah, so that's me. That's where I'm found.
Very cool. Jazz, who are you and where can people find you?
What up? I'm Jazz, also known as Cinder Scoria on Twitter. That's where I mostly hang out. You can also find me on Zeal Zaddy's channel tomorrow on Tuesdays. I play Jada. And I think that's actually the last of the stuff that I have streaming now. Thank you, Sade. This was amazing and so much fun. I'm really excited for other stuff to happen whenever we pick this up again. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm excited too. All right, Iris. Who are you?
Hi.
Hi, my name is Iris Wyndham, and you can find me at Iris Wyndham VO on Twitter, that is. And then I also have an Instagram, which you can find from there, or my website, which you can find from Twitter. And oh, goodness, Queen of Cliffhangers. I don't really have anything else going on at the moment. And I'm going to be, next.
Okay. Then, who are you and where can people find you?
Hi guys, I'm Vin at VinVoxVA on Twitter. I'm a tabletop performer, voice actor. Everything I do is on Twitter because at the end of every show, my brain is mush. So go over there. That's where I have my announcements. I post auditions and casting and all sorts of things. So check me out. Yeah.
Awesome. And with that, we're under stream, but I will say that we are rating now Lost Caravan. They're doing a Monster of the Week one shot. Look at that. So let's raid over to them. So seriously, everyone, thank you all for sitting watching our 4-part series. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.